passes it to Fry, who then passes it to Andrews, who then gives it back to Davis. Sanchez now takes the ball, goes in for the basket, doesn't make it. Livingston for the Red Wolves steals it, gives it to Hardwick, then passes it to Gardner. Looking for a teammate to pass the ball to. He gives it to PJ Hardwick. McLean now has the ball, gives it to Gardner, who looks like he might be going in for the basket, and passes it to Livingston. Doesn't make the basket. Sanchez now has the ball for the Mule Riders, who then gives it to Davis. Gives it to Andrews, who goes in for the basket, makes it from the three-point line. Hardwick has the ball for the Red Wolves, passes it to Gardner, goes in for the three-pointer, doesn't make it. Livingston steals the ball back, passes it back to Hardwick, gives it to Downs, steals it to Livingston, and looks like we might have a foul on the court again. Charmaine.
Score is 32-24, Arkansas State.
This has been an interesting game so far. I've just never been so amazed by how many fouls have happened so quickly.
Yeah, we haven't even finished the first
No,
quarter.
and we've had a good amount of fouls already. Maybe about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So we're about to have a timeout on the court with the score at
32-24, Arkansas State.
Both teams coming back onto the court from their timeout.
Score is still 32-24, Arkansas State.
All right, there was a foul on the previous play against Arkansas State, so Livingston is about to attempt his free throws.
Anthony Livingston back at the line.
Yes.
For another foul.
All right, doesn't make the first one. Let's see if he'll have better luck the second time. And he does. All right, Mule Riders now have the ball. Davis takes it. Breaks away from Hardwick. Looks like he might be passes it to Andrews, and then the Red Wolves steal it. Macklin passes it to Hardwick, who then passes it to Gardner. And he is fouled on that play.
Looks like Gardner might have hit the goal.
He hit the basket post.
Yeah, you knew it.
Here's that proper term, basket post. And Davis now has the ball for the Mule Riders. Dribbles down the court. Goes in for the shot, makes it from the three-point. All right, PJ Hardwick now has the ball for the Red Wolves. Goes in for the basket, doesn't make it. Braddock now passes the ball back to Davis for the Mule Riders. He loses the ball, but then Andrew steals it back for the Mule Riders, who then passes it to Roscoe. Goes in for the basket. Doesn't make it. Mule Riders still have the ball. Davis dribbling down the court. And passes it to Braddock. Or to Williams, excuse me. Roscoe loses the ball as an attempt to make a basket. Hardwick passes to Gardner for the Red Wolves. Goes in for the layup. Doesn't make it. Livingston tries to rebound it. Can't. Williams now has the ball for the Mule Riders, goes in for the basket, and he is fouled on the play.
The current score is 33-27, Arkansas State.
Number 5 at the line for the Mule Riders, number 25.
All right, and Williams is attempting his free throws for the Mule Riders as he was fouled on that previous play. Doesn't make the first one. Goes in for his second attempt. And he makes it. All right, Hardwick drives down the court for the Red Wolves.
Score is 33-28, Arkansas State.
All right, McLean then passes it to Gardner. Goes in for the layup and makes it.
Bringing our score up to oh, what?
Oh, looks like the Mule Riders made the basket, and Hardwick steals it back for the Red Wolves. Goes down the court, passes it to Gardner. Gardner shoots from the three-pointer and makes it.
Great hustle by both teams.
Definitely. All right, Davis now has the ball for the Mule Riders. Goes down the court. Goes up to make a basket. Oh, no, he passes it to Braddock, then passes it back to Davis. Davis goes in for the basket. Doesn't make it.
Score 38-28, Arkansas State.
So Hardwick now has the ball for the Red Wolves. Passes it to McLean. McLean goes in for the shot from the three-pointer. Doesn't make it. Looks like the Red Wolves tried to rebound it, and a foul was called on that play.
To Southern Arkansas. Number 32, Alvin Braddock. First personal. At the line for Arkansas State, Anthony Livingston.
All right.
Looks like Livingston will be back at the line.
Again. This is about maybe his third or fourth time going back for free throw
Definitely their
attempts.
favorite person to foul this game.
Clearly. He makes his first free throw attempt.
For Arkansas State, Cameron Goodwin replacing P.J. Hardwick. The ball game for Southern Arkansas, number 11, Reese Dunlap.
All right, Livingston goes in for his second attempt.
Right now he's 6 and 7 for free throws.
It's a pretty good score.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a second attempt. All right, Davis has the ball again for the Mule Riders. Goes down the court. Passes it to Dunlap, who is now back in the game. And gives it to Fry. Fry passes it to Williams, then back to Fry. Now Dunlap has the ball. And then now Braddock goes in for the basket. Doesn't make it.
Score is 39-28, Arkansas State.
Looks like a foul was called on the play.
Number 6. At the line for the Mule Riders, number 32, Alvin Braddock.
Braddock is shooting for his free throw attempts for the previous foul that was called.
This will be his first time at the free throw line this game.
And he doesn't make his first one.
Desmond Champion.
Let's see how better luck the second time.
Really focusing.
And he doesn't make it, so Red Wolves take the ball back. McLean drives down the court, passes it to Gardner. Gardner then passes it to Downs. Gardner now has the ball back. He might be going in for the basket soon, or passes it to McLean. And we have another foul called on the play.
First person.
Was called on the Mule Riders, so it looks like Gardner will be going in for the Red Wolves free throw attempts. I think this is his first time.
No, this is his second.
It's his second time?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's at 100%
Oh.
for, he was.
He did not make, he's not at 100% anymore. He didn't make that first free throw attempt. And he makes his second free throw.
Putting the score at 40-28, Arkansas State.
All right, Dunlap now has the ball for the Mule Riders, goes down the court. But we might have another foul on the play.
Arkansas State's coach now looking too happy.
Yeah, John Brady looks really upset.
Team foul number 7.
All right, foul was called on the Red Wolves, so it's like Dunlap is now up for the Mule Riders free throws.
On the contrary, Mr. Andy Sharp over here on SAU's team's looking pretty happy.
He looks pretty confident. Pretty confident. Golden now has the ball for the Red Wolves, who then gives it to Gardner. Looks like he's looking for a teammate to pass to. Several open players. Passes it to Livingston. Downs now has the ball, who passes it back to Golden. Looks like he might go in for the basket soon from the three. And he doesn't make it. And we are now at a halftime for me.
Well, that puts us at 40-28 Arkansas State going into the second half.
I think this is a really interesting game so far. I really like how the Mule Riders are definitely staying strong, even though they're down right now. I think they can definitely come on top, though.
I think if the Mule Riders want to stay in this, they're just going to have to focus a little bit more.
Definitely.
We're seeing them just, pretty much running down there, not taking the time to set up their shots, just kind of throwing it up there. If they just give it that little bit of focus, I'm sure they could probably pull it through.
Right, they've been rushing through a lot, but I think they'll get it together. I mean, their coach, Andy Sharp, is looking pretty confident throughout the game.
Definitely.
And our coach, John Brady, he's a good coach, so I think we'll pull through, but it'll be interesting to see how the second half plays out.
Arkansas Convocation Center, where the A-State Red Wolves are taking on the SAU Mule Riders. The score is 40-30 with Arkansas State in the lead. I'm Charmaine Foster, and here with me is Courtney Colin. Courtney, tell us about the game so far.
It's been a pretty interesting game. The Mule Riders, I think, have let those fouls really mess them up, because 13 of the Red Wolves' points have come just from free throws, which Mule Riders can only blame on themselves.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to hold off on the fouls if they really want to do something this game. Okay, the ball is in, and Fry has it. He passes it to Downs. Sorry. Arkansas State with the foul.
First team foul, second half.
Number 15, Taylor, passes to Davis. Davis back to Taylor on the Mule Riders. Gives it to Williams. Williams gives it to Fry. Fry puts it up and misses. And now we have Hardwick with the ball, and Arkansas State brings it down the court. Passes to Golden. Golden passes it to Downs. Downs to Hardwick. Hardwick back to Golden. Golden back to Hardwick, and Livingston puts it up and doesn't quite get it in.
It's a good effort, though.
Right. Davis brings it down the court for the Southern Arkansas team. Passes it to Williams, who then passes it to Evans. Evans looking for someone to pass it to, instead puts it up, and it doesn't make it. Golden now bringing it back down the court for Arkansas State. Passes it to Hardwick. Hardwick tries to pass it to Livingston, but doesn't quite make it, and the ball is stolen. Taylor.
Looks like it could have been a foul on that play, as Hardwick went down really hard.
I'm thinking it might have been.
Took him a while to get back up.
Looks like his leg might be hurt the way he's
Coach
walking
John
off.
Brady is looking pretty upset about that last play.
Score still 40-30 Arkansas State. Arkansas State taking the ball back in, so I guess there's no foul. Golden has it. Setting it up. Passes it to Gardner.
Timeout. Arkansas State. 30-second timeout.
There's a timeout called by Arkansas State.
Our score is at 40-32 with the Red Wolves leading. are back from our timeout with the score at 40-32, Red Wolves leading.
Looks like the Red Wolves are going to have the ball. Go pass to Golden. Golden passes it to McLean. McLean passes it off to Downs. Downs to Gardner. Gardner back to Golden. And it looks like there might be a call on the play.
These fouls have really been causing Mule Riders so many problems.
Yeah, they just really gotta lay back a little bit. Ball.
Almost
Ball
hit the
was-
referee.
Yeah, ball was passed in, but knocked right back out. It's like McLean gonna take it out for Arkansas State. McLean passes the ball into Golden. Golden passes to Livingston. Livingston to McLean. Back then to Gardner. Gardner back to McLean. McLean passes it to Downs, who then makes the point.
That 3 points really put the Red Wolves up. They are now at 42-32, a 10-point game. Seems like the crowd's really upset about that foul called on Downs.
Davis makes his first shot. Lines up for a second one. Puts it up, and he makes it.
He's now 1 for 1 on his free throw attempts.
Ball, Mule Riders. Passed into Evans. Evans passes it to Taylor. Taylor brings it down the court and passes it to Davis. Davis drives the ball, puts it up, and it does not make it. Golden bringing it down the court for Arkansas State, passes it to Gardner. Gardner then passes it to Livingston. Livingston passes it to McLean, who then passes to Gardner, who puts it up, does not make it. The rebound by Evans for Mule Riders. Mule Riders passes it to Williams, who then passes it to Fry. Fry puts it up. Rebound by Livingston. Livingston passes it to Golden. Golden brings it down the court. Passes it to Downs. And Gardner makes the shot.
And there is another foul charged on the Mule Riders.
Surprise, surprise.
This is really killing them.
The score is 44-34 Arkansas State as Gardner goes to the line, preparing for his free throw. Puts it up, and he does not make it. Ball is recovered by Evans, who then passes it to Davis on the Mule Riders. Passes it to Taylor. Taylor looking for someone to pass it to. He finds Evans. Evans then passes it back to Davis. Davis trying to set up a play here. Passes it to 25 Williams. Williams puts it up, does not make it. Ball is recovered by Gardner on Arkansas State. Gardner brings it down the court. Passes it to McLean, who then passes it to Baucom. It's now on the Mule Riders. Taylor puts it up, but does not get it. It's back to the Arkansas State, who McLean has the ball, passes it to Livingston, who puts up the ball, and it makes it.
With our score now going up to 46-34 Red Wolves.
And we will now enter a timeout called by Southern Arkansas.
We are coming back from our timeout called by the Mule Riders. Score at 46-34 with Arkansas State leading. The intensity level of this game, especially on that last drive, really showed how strong both teams are.
Definitely, and the Mule Riders bring the ball back in with number 5, Fry bringing it down, passing it to Davis, who then passes it to Taylor. Taylor passing it back to Fry, and then back to Davis. They get it to Williams, who puts it up and doesn't quite make it. Gardner from Arkansas State recovers it, passes it to McLean, who brings it down the court. Gardner grabs the ball back. Passes it to Bacon. Number 24, Livingston, puts it up, doesn't quite make it. Davis runs the ball back down the court. Fry puts the ball up.
I can't say I'm surprised, but another foul called by the Mule Riders.
Definitely playing a close contact game.
Definitely. And we're going into another timeout. All right, back from the timeout, Arkansas State leading the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders 46-34. See if the Mule Riders can hang on just a little bit longer through this half. Maybe they can come out on top. You never know.
No. Arkansas State with the ball. Golden bringing it down court. Passes it to White. Sorry. And Gardner puts it up but doesn't quite make it. Davis with the ball for the Mule Riders. Looking for someone to pass to. Passes it to number 20, Andrews. Passes it to Dunlap, who puts it up and makes it.
All right, score now, 46-37.
Golden with the ball, passes it to Livingston. Livingston then passes it to McLean, who puts it up from the 3 and does not make it. Davis brings the ball down court for the Mule Riders, and Andrews puts it up, doesn't make it. The ball is now back down the court with Arkansas. Golden puts the ball up, but it does not make it. Davis with the ball again for the Mule Riders. Looking for a pass. Decides to shoot instead from the 3, and he makes it.
From the three-point line. See, we now have a close score, 46-40. Mule Riders only 6 points behind.
Golden with the ball, passes it to McLean for Arkansas State. Gardner then passes it to White. They put it up, get the rebound, still do not get it in there.
Looks like the Mule Riders have a new player coming in, Aaron Francis, number 2.
Arkansas State throws the ball in to Golden. Golden gets it to Gardner. Gardner drives the ball, then passes it back to Livingston. Gardner with the ball again. Looks like he's looking for Livingston. Livingston puts it up. Doesn't quite get it in there. Mule Riders, number 3, Davis with the ball, bringing it back up the court. Setting up his play here. Try to set a pick, but doesn't quite work. Passes it to Dunlap, who then passes it to Francis. Davis puts it up.
We're now at a 3-point game with the Mule Riders only down by 3 points, 43-46.
Golden passes it to White for Arkansas State. They put it up, don't quite make it. Gardner gets the ball. McLean now with the ball. Drives it, puts it up, doesn't make it. Davis with the ball again for the Mule Riders. Looks like, again, he's trying to set up a play. Davis drives it and makes it. Golden going back up the court for Arkansas State.
Now at a 1-point game, 46-45.
Livingston puts it up. Doesn't make it. Mule Riders with the ball again. Davis taking it out. Looks like we might have a violation. Or is it a timeout?
Yeah, timeout on the court.
All right, looks like a timeout has been called by Southern Arkansas Mule Riders.
All right, we are at a score of 46-45. Mule Riders only down by 1. You know, Charmaine, I really think that the halftime really helped the Mule Riders come back on top. Coach Andy Sharp, I really think he really gave him a good talking to because, you know, last year he led the team to a Great American Conference tournament for the 2nd consecutive year. So I really think he's taking this seriously.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure it would be great to be able to defeat these undefeated Red Wolves right now.
Exactly. In the Exhibition Series, the Red Wolves are currently undefeated under Coach John Brady. All right, back from our timeout with a score of 46-45, Arkansas State leading.
It is the Mule Riders ball, and number 15 Taylor has it. Pushing it down the court. Passes it to Dunlap. Dunlap then passes it to Andrews. And it is Braddock who scores the points for Southern Arkansas.
Which gives them a 1-point lead.
Livingston tried to put it up, but there seems to be a call on the play for Arkansas State.
We have a timeout on the court. Our current score right now is 46-47 with Southern Arkansas leading.
All right, we are back.
Back from our timeout, score currently 46-47 with the Mule Riders leading by 1.
Looks like Arkansas State has the ball, passes it in to Golden. Golden yelling for his team to get in their places. Gardner passes it to McLean, who then passes it back to Golden. Golden drives the ball and passes it back. The ball is stolen by Fry on the Mule Riders. Number 15, Taylor, shoots the ball and makes it. Number 1, Golden, running it back down the court for Arkansas State.
I have a score 49-46, Mule Riders.
McLean passes it off to Gardner, who then gives it to White. Doesn't make it, and then Livingston puts it up, and he makes it.
And our score is now 48-49, Mule Riders still leading.
Neither team wanting to let this go.
No. And these fouls are definitely
Yeah, we see Livingston at the line yet again.
again. This is, I think, his 4th time